You know that feeling when you have a brilliant idea in your head, but you just can't seem to get it out and make it look right on screen? Well, today, we're going to talk about unlocking the secrets to professional graphic design. We're going to turn that creative spark you have into a really powerful and in-demand skill.
Seriously, we've all been there, right? You've got this vision in your head, this crystal clear picture of what something should look like, but actually translating that into a professional, polished graphic that really grabs people's attention, that is the real challenge. And that's exactly the journey we're going to map out right now.
So, before we dive into the how-to, let's back up for a second and just get clear on the what. I mean, graphic design is a term you hear thrown around all the time, but what does it really actually mean in the super visual world we live in today? At its core, graphic design is this amazing mix of art and, well, strategy. It's not just about making things look pretty, not at all. It's about using specific design rules and powerful software to create everything from that iconic logo that basically becomes a brand's entire identity to that social media post that literally stops you mid-scroll. It's a true creative and a technical skill.
Okay, so if you want to become a designer, you're going to need a toolkit. And I'm not talking about one filled with paintbrushes and pencils, but a digital one, a set of essential skills and software know-how that pretty much every single pro in the field relies on every day.
And as you can see, this designer's toolkit is so much more than just software. Yeah, mastering programs like Photoshop and Illustrator is absolutely crucial, but it's the fundamentals, things like typography and color theory, that will truly take your work from just good to absolutely great. Think about it. Typography gives your words a voice, a personality. And color sets the entire mood. And of course, that last one, portfolio development, that's how you show it all off to the world. You know, a question I hear all the time is, what's the real difference between Photoshop and Illustrator? Well, think of it this way. Photoshop is your master tool for anything made of pixels. You know those tiny little squares of color that make up a photograph? So for editing photos or digital painting, Photoshop's your program. Illustrator, on the other hand, works with vectors, which are graphics built from math. Now, this is a huge deal because it means you can create a logo that can scale up from a tiny little app icon to a massive billboard without losing a single drop of quality. Both are just essential. Now, this is a real game changer. See, great design isn't just some random stroke of genius. It's a process. Just look at this logo design journey. It's a clear, four-step path that takes you from really digging deep to understand a brand all the way to finalizing that perfect design. This kind of structured, thoughtful approach is exactly what separates the pros from the amateur. So we've covered the what and the how, but now for the most important question of all. Is this the right path for you? You might actually be surprised by how many different people can benefit from these skills. I mean, of course, it's for aspiring designers. But hey, if you're a marketing pro trying to create knockout campaigns, or a business owner building your brand from the ground up, or a social media manager who needs to create content that pops every single day, these skills are basically a superpower. And honestly, here's the best part. You don't need a fancy art degree or years of experience to get started. Nope. If you're comfortable using a computer and you just have that creative itch, that little voice telling you to make cool stuff, then you already have everything you need to become a designer. So let's look at the end game. How does all of this actually come together and turn you into a confident working design professional? 8 weeks. Yeah, that might sound surprisingly fast, but you can make a ton of progress in a pretty short amount of time. With a focused, structured way of learning, it's totally possible to go from feeling like a novice to feeling confident in just a matter of weeks. This isn't about finding shortcuts, it's all about efficient, dedicated learning. And this, right here, this is what it's all about. The goal isn't just to learn a few features in a piece of software. It's about building that genuine confidence to take on real-world professional projects, whether it's for clients or for your own company. It's about becoming a visual problem solver. So, with the path all laid out and the tools right at your fingertips, the only question left is the most exciting one of all. Your first project is out there, waiting. What will you create?